Hey everyone, welcome into Dom Time with Dom Giordano, non-smoker, with a dog in this fight, so to speak, though, tonight. And the dog is the issue of what do we do about the issue of smokers, the image they present to kids? How do we deal with smokers? We have two mayors, Mayor Rich Dow from Mount Holly, he's the mayor there, and Mayor Dr. John Gentlis, the mayor of Stratford, New Jersey, both talking about this and how people wrestle with this. It came to my attention because Burlington County, really, I think there's World Free Tobacco Day coming up, really has kind of put a stake in the ground saying we want kids not to see smoking in public. We don't want it to be seen as something normal. It's something you should kind of go off on your own. Now, Rich Dow, we talked during the break that part of the problem, and I feel for the doctor here, public health, we've all had the experience of going into a building and because of putting the smokers in a particular area. Man, it's brutal when you go through some of these zones. You really are going through a carcinogen zone because you have 20, 30 people that might be smoking there most of the day in public buildings. What else do we do with them?
Well, again, as we said during the break, that's why I support the no smoking in the areas where the children would be. Right. And the majority of the park or the public grounds would still be, it would still be open to smoking. You wouldn't have that congregating of the smoker. You wouldn't have the secondary issue of litter from the smokers. Litter is a different issue. It's also a violation in itself. But we don't have the police available to make sure the smokers stay in that area, that they don't litter. While when you ban it where the children are, just the fact that the children are there alone, the folks aren't going to smoke there. You know, now you throw a couple of signs up just to hammer it down, and you're good to go.
Well, let me ask the doctor, though. I think we're winning the war against smoking. I mean, I have living memory of the normalcy. I would be sitting on this set, puffing away, chain smoking. Wouldn't be any big thing. You do this in New Jersey now, my God. So why this, what I think is kind of a mania toward pushing this, and yet we tax smokers at the same time. We want them to smoke when we want tax money.
That's true.
But we are winning this war. So absolutely. Why this kind of emphasis? I mean, you seem to have a more subtle approach to it.
Well, that's true. Well, the emphasis on non-smoking. Well, first of all, we all know that cigarette smoking is the cause of the number one cause of preventable diseases. So by controlling cigarette smoking in public areas, then the statistics show that people would be more inclined to quit smoking. When they had the law, no smoking in federal, state, local buildings, public buildings, and so forth, people actually quit smoking. So by moving forward with an education awareness campaign and sending a message to the children that it's not okay to smoke in public parks, then people will continue, hopefully, to
do you see a point, honestly, where we're going to ban smoking?
Not in our lifetime. I don't think it'll happen.
You don't, no, Rich, are you worried about that? You told me about these guys that have antique car shows, and they might have a cigar, it's unlit in there, and under these rules, the way it's going, that might not be any good because they're still, even though non-smoking, they're still sending a bad message to kids.
Well, exactly. What we spoke on earlier was denormalizing it in regards to the children seeing it. So that's where these ordinances actually go. The Camden ordinance, which I have a copy of, I do not have a copy of the Burlington County ordinance, goes as far as to say that if the cigarette, the cigar, any tobacco product is in view, that's a violation.
Well, see, and that's what troubles me, and not that Mayor Gentlis is doing this, because Camden has 100 drug corners, has people dead in the streets, and yet they're concerned about someone with a cigarette behind their ear.
Tucked behind their ear.
And that's
a cigar in your mouth. That's it.
That's the overkill that goes down. What are the rules like in Stratford? What kinds of things are in your policy in Stratford?
We passed 2 ordinances in Stratford back in 1997-98 where we do not have vending machines, cigarette vending machines in our town.
Okay.
And also
because of teenagers.
Because of teenagers.
And I support that.
Right, and it's illegal for a minor to carry cigarettes.
Well, let me take that back. My father had a bar in Lindenwold, of all places, right down the road from you. And the vending machine there, they would monitor it. And I don't remember a lot of teenagers, I worked there, coming in, and the bar makes a profit. There's smokers. Well, you could smoke inside then.
Sure.
So I don't know if I would be in favor of that. The vending machine shouldn't be out there where it's 24 hours, anybody can grab it.
That's true. But then again, look how far we've come in 16 years.
Yeah, but how hard is it then to allow a person to have a business like a bar and make an extra profit by selling cigarettes?
Well, I hope the bar doesn't have to depend on the cigarettes in order to survive. But again, you look at that, and I think it's a good thing to ban the cigarette machines like we have done it, and I hope other towns have done the same thing.
Now, Mount Howie, they're puffing away, right?
Well, the first reading has only been, we've only done the first reading.
Right.
But going back to the language, the Evesham ordinance, which you had the mayor from Evesham on, that has a segment where it says paraphernalia. And we were talking in the green room that if a lighter wouldn't be paraphernalia for a $2,000 fine.
Yeah, we might be at a point someday where someone would come and snatch that right off TV. I don't know if we should be showing pictures so people know. There you go.
But this
Are you a smoker, Rich?
No, I'm not, and I actually hate cigarette smoke, but I would not go to take somebody's right to enjoy that, which is their right to enjoy. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Absolutely, yeah. If you want to be dumb and smoke, I support your right to be dumb. Just want to be on the record saying that. All right, we'll take some callers coming up too, and more with the mayor of Stratford and the mayor of Mount Howie here on Dom Time.